Chapter 19. This is a derishul tree,
Axe said. He pointed to one of the asparagus-like spears that grew straight and tall. He was showing us around while we recuperated from the morphing.
And that we call Animorphs.
What? I didn't see what he was pointing at.
That, the way the lake curves forward into the grass, framed by derishul trees.
You have a word for something like that? I asked.
There are names for all the many ways the water and sky and field interact,
he explained.
And for the way the suns and the moons hang in the sky of our planet, and cast their lights in one way or another on the different aspects of the world.
Rachel caught my eye and silently mouthed the words, "He's cute." Then she winked. I wasn't sure I agreed. Andalites are halfway between looking cute and looking scary. You can get past the weird stalk eyes and the fact that they don't have mouths, at least not that you can see. But that scorpion-like tail is far from cute. It reminded me of the sharks. You all live here? Marco wondered. I mean, just out in the open? Out on the grass?
Where else would we live? Here we have space to run. There must always be space to run.
This is like actually being on another planet, Jake marveled. This is all like part of the Andalite world.
Yes. We take our home with us into space. It angers the Yerks,
he added grimly. Why do they care what you take into space? Marco asked.
It is a part of everything they hate and would destroy if they could. The Yerks would take our world and make it as barren as their own, as they will to your planet, unless they are stopped.
I grabbed Axe's arm. What are you saying? What do you mean about making the planet barren? He turned his big eyes on me.
The usual Yerk pattern. Once a planet is under their control, they alter it to suit their own desires. They will leave enough plant and animal species to keep the host bodies fed. Humans in the case of Earth, and the rest they eliminate.
He said it like it was obvious. Like it was just something I should know. He started to move on, but I held his arm tightly. Wait. I don't think I understand you. What do you mean, they eliminate species?
They eliminate them. They will make Earth as much like the Yerk homeworld as possible. They will destroy most of the plants, and all of the animal species, except those they eat.
I let go of his arm. I rocked back and grabbed at the air for balance. I felt like I'd been hit by a car. No, I whispered. That can't be. You're just saying that because you don't like Yerks. The others were staring. No one was moving. Axe looked around at us. His eyes narrowed.
Don't you know? Don't you know whom you're fighting?
We know they take over people's minds, Rachel said weakly.
Yes, and that is one of their great crimes. But the Yerks are more than that. Yerks are killers of worlds, murderers of all life, hated and feared throughout the galaxy. They are a plague that spreads from world to world, leaving nothing but desolation and slavery and misery in their wake.
I felt cold. Small and weak and cold and afraid. I looked around, but even the inviting, lush Andalite landscape did nothing to warm me. Up in the sky and all around us, I felt the immense pressure of the ocean, waiting to rush in.
There are only 3 races left in all the known galaxy that still fight the Yerks,
Axe said proudly.
And only the Andalites can stop them.
How long until your people return to Earth? I asked. He hesitated.
1 of your years, maybe 2.
2 years? Jake looked stricken. I went to his side and slipped my arm through his. 5 kids against an enemy that has destroyed half the galaxy? 5 of us? Axe gave that smile, the one he did with his eyes.
6, my prince,
he said. 6? Well then, Marco said with grim sarcasm. With 6, it shouldn't be any problem. How did these Yeerks get this far? Rachel demanded. How did this happen? If you Andalites are so tough, why didn't you stop them a long time ago? How did a bunch of slugs who live in dirty ponds manage to become so powerful? Axe looked at her.
I am forbidden to tell certain things.
Rachel's eyes narrowed dangerously. You're telling us all of planet Earth may be scheduled for destruction, and we are the only things standing in the way, and you are going to keep secrets? I don't think so. The Andalite looked angry, but no angrier than Rachel. Look, I feel ready to morph again, I said, interrupting the tension. Rachel was angry because she was afraid. What Axe had told us had shaken her. It had shaken all of us. I guess we felt enough pressure already. We didn't really need to think that every living thing on the planet was depending on us. It was kind of a lot to handle. Cassie's right, Jake said. It's time. Let's get going before it's too late. I followed him along with the others as we crossed alien land, heading for an environment just as alien, the ocean. I wished I could forget what Axe told us. I wished I could stop seeing the pictures in my head of an Earth without birds and trees, an Earth where the ocean was empty and dead.
Don't you know whom you're fighting?
The Andalite had asked. Yes. Now I knew.